So today we start a new suktam or new section in the Veda Mantraha, Sarva Veda Mantraha, in the edition done by the Ramakrishna Asrama people. So here he has got a set of mantras which go under the Punyahavachanam, and as it is said that these mantras which we are going to continue would be from Taittiriya Samhita, Krishna Yajurveda, Kanda 5, Prapataka 6, and Anuvaka 1. And the same thing is found in the Taittiriya Brahmana also, at the Ashtaka 1, Prashna 4, and Anuvaka 8. In fact, in Krishna Yajurveda, no separation is done for Brahmana portion and Samhita portion. They are together at one place. But in case of Shukla Yajurveda, the Brahmana portion is separated and Samhita portion is separated. Therefore, there are two separate texts, Vedic texts, we should say. Again, in case of other Vedas like Rig Veda, Atharveda, and other Vedas, the Brahmana texts are separated. So altogether, Samveda has got 8 Brahmanas, and Rig Veda has got only two Brahmanas or so. Then Yajurveda has only 2 Brahmana, one Satapada Brahmana and Taittiriya Brahmana. These are the 2 Brahmanas. And Atharveda has only 1 Brahmana, that is Gopatha Brahmana, that is called. So like that, these are all the Brahmana texts which are the explanations or the commentaries. 1 minute. Hello? So thus we have got a few Brahmana texts, and of all the Brahmana texts, Shatvada Brahmana belonging to Krishna Shukla Veda is voluminous comparatively, and we are going to know more about Brahmanas on 29th in the discourse given by that Aparna. She talks about the Vastu section or science details of Vastu Shastra, and then we'll be knowing more about Brahmanas. But now, for our purpose, we should know that Taittiriya Brahmana and Samhita are together found, and therefore we have that kind of mantras drawn from them are there. And the title, as they are given as Punyahavachanam. Punya is beneficial. Ahaha means the day. So good day, in other words. So good day, we want our day to be lucrative, healthy, positive, and safe and secured. Therefore, for that, we have got a set of mantras called Punyahavachana mantras. And moreover, this Punyahavachanam is taken up before any religious rite, like in Satyanarayana Vratam or or Vivaham or Upanayanam or something like that. So whenever the samskaras we take up before that, generally they try to cleanse up the house. They sanitize the whole house with a mantra jala after Punyahavachanam, and in all directions of the house, inside and outside, there is a Punyahavachanam mantras uttered, and then the sanctification is done. So that is a ritualistic practical aspect of Punyahavachanam. Probably you must have all heard that when Purohits come, they recite Punyahavachanam mantras and do some magical actions with the water, 3 kalashas and all that. That we'll take up later on. I'll explain them also. But for the present, let us go with the mantras set for that. In that, the mantra that we got, and actually we have already started the 3 mantras, but still, because we have started these mantras for recording purposes, I just cover them. I read and give you the gist of these 3 mantras, and then go further next to what are the other mantras. Actually, in this section, our book contains around, so a good number of mantras are there, and they are all miscellaneous also, and they are found in other Vedas also. And we don't bother about the spread of the mantras in other samhitas, but let us know the mantra and the meaning. And moreover, the first 3 mantras which we are going to recite and understand now are found every day in our Sandhya Vandanam rite. When Sandhya Vandanam we do it, then we just, before we go to Arghyam, Arghya Danam, Arghya Pradhanam Karishye, before Arghya Pradhana to the gods, we have these purificationary mantras, sanctifying mantras, and this is one like that. So, Anandan, you recite only once, I will just say once, and so that because we have already become familiar with that. Om Hiranyavarna Shuchayah Pavakaha.
Om Hiranyavarna Shuchayah Pavakaha.
Yasu Jataha Kasyapo Yasvindraha.
Yasu Jataha Kashyapo Yasvindraha.
Agnim Ya Garbham Dadhire Virupa.
Agnim Ya Garbham Dadhire Virupaha.
Ta na apashyagum syona bhavantu.
Ta na apashyagum syoda bhavantu.
Ya sagum raja varuno yati.
Ya sagum raja varuno yati.
Madhye satyan rute avapasyam jananam.
Madhye satya dhrute avapashyam jananam.
Madhuschutaha
Madhuschutaha
suchayo ya pavakaha.
Sujayo yah pavakaha.
Tana apashyagusyo na bhavantu.
Tana apashyagusyo na bhavantu.
Yasam deva divi krunvanti.
Yasam deva divi krunvanti.
Bhaksham ya antarikshe.
Bhaksham ya antarikshe.
Bahudha bhavanti.
Bahudha bhavanti.
Ya prithivim payasondanti.
Ya prithivim payasodanti.
Shukrahastana apashyagusyo na bhavantu.
Shukrastana apashyagusyo na bhavantu.
So in these 3 mantras, you are noting at the end we have a prayer that apaha sham syona bhavantu, because it is a prayer for the Apo Devatas and Varuni Devatas that they should be sham providers. They should provide you happiness. Not only that, syona, they are to give you the comfort, ease and happiness. So sham means shanti, syona is wealth, syona is cozy, comfortable seating and prosperity. So apaha bhavantu. So bhavantu means let they become eligible enough or gracious enough to be able to grant us peace and comfort. And what is the greatness or eminence or pedigree or the history of the sanctity and power of the waters? So now we have got a kind of information for us that what are waters. So in our chemistry and elsewhere, we study the properties of water. But what properties of water we study in the science there, different. For example, in chemistry, the first sentence is, water is a colorless, odorless liquid. Say that is a colorless, odorless, etc. So which means that it doesn't give anything. But here you have got the religiosity and mythological eminence of the waters. You look at it, Hiranyavarnaha Sujayaha Pavakaha. See, waters are basically quite clean, Sujayaha, quite clean and they have the Hiranyavarna, pure color, crystal clear golden hue. Golden hue means will be long, long one, pure. They remain pure for a long time. And in fact, water, when it is flowing, remains always pure. Those waters, that's why river waters remain always pure to Suchayaha because of the flow. The flowing waters good. And what is the Varna? The Varna, the complexion or color will be Hiranya Varna. Hiranya is Sreshtham. See, it doesn't mean only gold. Hiranya is gold. But there are many meanings for the word Hiranya. One of them is that they are precious, valuable, and clean. So, Suchayaha. And what are that? Pavakaha. They have not only that kind of cleanliness with them, but they have the power to sanctify the other things. So in Saraswati Suktam, we have come to note that Saraswati river is pure by herself. At the same time, she will sanctify all the other river water, neighboring river waters. So that's why she is called Subhre. And there are so many compliments given to Saraswati river. Saraswati as a river, that she is called Subhre and so on. So like that, Shishajayaha Pavakaha. And Pavaka also means they have got inside energy and inside the power, healing power and heat inside them. That's why you see, for example, when right in the morning, when you go to the river for bathing, the river water flowing, entire water will be warm. And that is the, but after sunshine or sunrise later, if you go, the water turns out to be cooled. Because by definition, by nature, Shanta vai apaha. The waters are taken as Shanta, means quite peaceful, calm. Even if you heat the water, but it doesn't contain the heat for a long time. And normally it becomes cool, and cool water is the nature. And what is the historicity or mythological reference? Kashyapaha, Indraha, Yasu Jataha. It is believed mythologically that Kashyapa Prajapati is a Brahmin. Kashyapa Prajapati is a priest and is a Brahmarshi, is a great Rishi, is a great scholar, he is great. And who is the father of all Suryas and so on. There is a lot of mythological information and eminence of the Kashyapa Prajapati. And another is Indra. Indra is the ruler of all gods. Indra is the protector of all gods, and he is a Kshatriya. So the priesthood and royalty, most important for the maintenance of the world order, the social order. The priest will officiate the sacrifices and pujas, while the king or the Yajamana, the Kshatriya, will be a sacrificer, Yajamana. So when both of them join together, it will be a wonderful place. That's why in Ajurveda, we have got a mantra, Yatra Brahmacha Kshatrancha Samyanchau Charatas Sada Tam Punyam Lokam Pragnesham. So what loka you are to be aware of? Not any loka, but that loka or that area or that place where there is absolute amity, friendship, cooperation between the priesthood and royalty, or between a priest and a king, ruler. Therefore, here we see Kashyapa Prajapati as a Brahmin and Indra as a ruler, as a king, as a protector. Both of them have taken their birth in the waters. Not only why they, everybody is a water product. We float in the mother's womb in the water, and we get out through the water out, and we live with water. Ultimately, we get merged into water. So water is the birthplace, water is the maintenance, and water is the consummation for all of us. Therefore, and in other words, what more is there about this glory of this water? Ya apaha agnim garbham dadhire. So the waters have conceived Agni in their womb. So Agni is the son of waters. That's why Agni ke innondu hesare enandre Apam Garbha. So Apam Garbha, the child of waters. Agni is supposed to be the child. That's why, you can't put out fire by offering oil or ghee or anything. But if you just throw water, then Agni becomes calm. Because Agni ge Amma is mother. Any child becomes very happy, stops crying when the moment the mother touch or mother's presence is felt by. So that is the nature's gift. So like that, here Agni is also the child, Garbham Dadhir. Garbha also child. Not only pregnancy, but pregnancy is next will be the child. So Agni is the child. That's why we have got, all hydroelectric projects. Wherever there are water places, there the electrical installations and the electricity generators are kept there, and we are having the power. So Agnim Garbham Dadhire. And moreover, how are these waters? Virupa. They have different forms. Actually speaking, Manjuna, Tavare, Manjore, the water has not got any shape or anything. But the shape of the water depends upon the vessel you have got in your hand to collect water. If you take a tumbler, only tumbler shape will be the water. If you take a big container, it will be of that. So that's why the water is said to be Virupa. And moreover, there are many water sources. Waterfalls are there, tanks are there, lakes are there, rivers are there, oceans. Well, all that is a matter of Virupa. In fact, if you want to coronate a Maharaja, Pattabhishekam, we are supposed to collect water from 17 sources. Actually, in Bangalore, you must have seen that Ragigudda temple. At one time, during the Hanumat Jayanti time, they have exhibited water brought from various rivers of India. And with the names on the kalashas, they displayed in that Rangamandira, Kuchalamba Rangamandira, and it was really a feast for all people to have darshan of the waters drawn from Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, well, Narmada, Kaveri, oh, so many waters, Sutudri. So, Ella Niranna, Champigadalli Togon Bandu, label haki, according to the India, the river flow in Indian map, it was a wonderful thing. A contribution, a green memory. I don't know further whether they made video recording or not at that time. It was long years back, but we had the fortune of visiting. So, Adrinda, to Virupaha, they collected all the weapons of Vishnu, Gane gods, and they made a display. Eager the entire administration tumba different activity there. So Adrinda, people are not ready to make some kind of contributory novelties every year in Hanumat Jayanti day. But nowadays I don't know about it. So now my point is that Virupaha, Vishesha Rupa. Rupa means form. Rupa means beautiful. Rupa means sand. So Virupaha means Vividha Rupaha. The waters will be having a different forms depending upon the source we want to collect with. And that kind of eminent water, yenagbeku andre Syonaha bhavantu, Shaksham bhavantu, apaha, taha apaha. Let those waters be like that to us. And further, this is not only the mythology or that of water is stopped there. Next mantra, you see, Raja Varunaha Yasam Yati Madhye. So Varuna is the guardian of waters. He is the king of waters. That's why we always make prayer, Varuna Prarthana Martivi and Varuna Kalasha Undittivi. So and moreover, whenever you do any puja, there is a Kalasha puja. You remember? Kalasha puja andre artha enu patra puja alladu. Adenu ಆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ನೀರಿನ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಗಂಗೆ ಚೈಮುನೆ ಚೈವ ಗೋದಾವರಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ನರ್ಮದೆ ಸಿಂಧು ಕಾವೇರಿ ಜಲೇಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಸನ್ನಿಧಿಂ ಕುರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ನದಿಗಳು ಆ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಅಭಿಷೇಕಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಆ ನೀರಕ್ಕೆ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ವಾಟರ್. But when you start doing puja for that, when you do Kalasha puja, in that Kalasha, all Vedas, Vedangas, Shrutis, everything comes and takes seat in the water. Therefore, whenever you do puja, you have to do only with the Kalasha water, which means that it is highly sanctified with the presence of Vedas, Puranas, everything is there. And therefore, the Varuna Raja is there and he will be at the midst of the waters. So, yeah, the Varuna is inside the water and Surya Bhagavan gets out from the water. So, Mitra Varuna is the combined one. Mitra is this heavenly god available in the daytime, giving all daylight luster. And Varuna is the night of, is the god of the night and providing the night time to all people, and also at the same time water. And what is the duty of this particular Varuna being inside the water? You know, without water, nobody can live. That's why his duty is Jananam Satyanrute Avapasyam. So he is the supervisor to be observing the people's truthful behavior, non-truthful behavior. So for both things, Varuna is the spectator, is the witness. So now tappu madabodu, yaru nodta illa anta tappu. You know, there are natural forces whose eyes are constantly open. Yaru nodilla katlagide anta ನಾವು ಹಾಲ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರಿಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್, ಬೆಕ್ಕು ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಲು ಕುಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಬೆಕ್ಕು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್. ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಐ. Manju, you have seen the, because in these days no cat comes at your bhojanam time. Now chikkavaridaga, there used to be cats somewhere coming, though not their pets, they will just come just to a plate, and at that time. And another dirty thing of the cat is it will eat whatever you give before, but the moment it has completed eating, it will shake its head. That is dangerous. That's why you just send away the cat, not allowing it to your feet, to your mate plate. So like that, here the kannu muchkondu ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪಾಪ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಕಣ್ಣು ತೆಗೆದೇ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪಾಪ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಣ್ಣು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪುಣ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಸೊ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು, ಅನೃತವನ್ನು, ಇದನ್ನು ಪಾಪ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೀಟರ್, ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಓವರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್, ಸಿ ಮಧುಶ್ಚ್ಯುತಯ ಶುಚಃ, the water will be sweet, palatable, nutritious, and healthy. No doctor will say don't drink water, whether you are ill or will. ನಿಮಗೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಹಿಂಗಿರ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಿರ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೀರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕುಡಿಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ the water is always a healer, water is always a food, water is always all. That's why it is said to be madhu. And suchayaha, and they are all suchayaha. So they're always pure. Water is pure and it will make us pure. Supposing indigestion is there, drink plenty of water, the indigestion goes and digestion will be improving. And therefore the waters are again repeated. Basically is pavakaha. See, pavakaha apaha, ya apaha pavakaha. The waters are pavakas. And they again you have to request. ಸಿ ದೇವತೆ, ಆಹೋ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೋಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ದೇವತಾ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ದೇವತಾ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ಲಿ Therefore, second time it is repeated as Shaggum Syona Bhavantu. And another important feature of the Deva of waters is Yasam Devaha Bhaksham Divikrundvanti. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಕಾಶದಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. That is in the form of rain. Unless rain comes from the heaven, nothing can be produced upon the ground. Therefore, bhaksham krunvanti ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ wheat ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ರೈಸ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ from the land, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಕಾರಣವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದಾನೇ ಇಂಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀರನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. See, ನೀರು is a common factor which will give you food. I mean, which will help for growing the plants and herbs and all that. Therefore, it is said to be bhaksham krunvanti divi. And another interesting point about our Bhudevata, see, ಭೂಮಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. But ಒಂದು ಬೀಜ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅದರಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಉಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಭೂದೇವಿ. So if anybody dies, they take the body and bury in the mud deep down, and sometimes only you get the bones. If at all you dig that, but people don't usually dig, but even the bones also get mixed with the mud. So Bhudevata ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಹಾರ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಾಕಿದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ಷ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಭಕ್ಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥನು ಭೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ರೆಫರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ನೀರು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕಾಶದಿಂದ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗ್ರೀನ್ and they will be luxurious and they will be luscious, and all the nature itself will be laughing. Not only that, ತುಂಬಾ ಡ್ರೈ ಆಗಿರುವ ಭೂಮಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ you got fragrance. That's what we call as a prithvi gandha. ಅದರಿಂದ bhaksham krunvanti prithvi gandha. Even Kalidasa describes very well in the Mega Sandesham, talking about the prithvi gandha, which is very well enjoyed during the rainy season. ಸೊ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಗಂಧ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ you find lot of knowledge. That's why in olden days, what is the vidya that one has to have? It is Veda Vidya. It is a complete education. Veda Vidya does not mean only Rigveda Vidya, but it means all branches of knowledge and faculties are found in the Vedas. So Yasam in Divi means in the Akasham, Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachana. Yella manufacturing products, drop products, manufacturing preparations, and all that raw material, everything is in the sky. That's why, but namgenu kanalla. We say Akasham Gaganam Sunyam, Akasham Gaganam Sunyam antare. Andre khali agirutte, adru adu khali alla. There is so much of scientific knowledge and also food for all beings who are all born upon the ground. So ಭೂಮಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಭಕ್ಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದು. And then once that bhaksha goes into the sky, what would happen? Antarikshe bahudha bhavanti. Akashadalli same water manifests in various forms. You know, the sun has got moisture, the moon has got moisture or watery, amrita kiranaha. The stars have got moisture. So because of the water in the antariksha loka, in the space, and giving that kind of rasam, that kind of juicy moisturization, etc., we are all able to enjoy the nature. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. This is Shravana Purnima, a very important time. And we are all having the Yagnopavitams, new Yagnopavitams, ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೈರಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ ಆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಯಜ್ಞೋಪೇತನ, ಅದು ಜೀರ್ಣವಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಕಶ್ಮಲವಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸರ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ and then take new yajnopavita. But you should again do 1000 Gayatri to has an initial deposit for Gayatri account renewed. ಅದರಿಂದ ಆ ದಿವಸ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಹಳೆಯದು ತೆಗೆಯಬೇಕು. ಜೀರ್ಣತಂತು ಕಶ್ಮಲ ದೂಷಿತಂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ವಿಸೃಜಾಮಿ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್ ವರ್ಚೋ ದೀರ್ಘಾಯುರಸ್ತು ಮೇ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತರಿಕ್ಷೆ ನೀರು ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಬಹುಧಾ ಭವಂತಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಪೃಥಿವೀಂ ಪಯಸೋಂದಂತಿ. ಸೊ ಉಂದಂತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲಡ್ಸು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ರೈನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಪುತ್ರ, ಗಂಗಾ, all these rivers will have a plenty of water flowing with great speed, with making great sounds. And ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೋರಖ್ಪುರ್ ಹತ್ರ Brahmaputra Nadi also is in spade, and a temple was floating in the water actually, and Narayana Vigraha. So these are all, they put it out. So that's why for plenty of rain upon the water, upon the earth, so the Divi, Akashadinda neer baratte namge. And what are these? What are those water? The waters are pure, bright and warm. Shukra. Shukra means, Shukra refers to Alankara. Shukra refers to romance. Shukra refers to positive happiness. Therefore, Taha Shukra. They have all that beneficial temperament and beneficiaries they are. And what they should become to you? Sham, Shiona, Apaha Bhavantu. So let these waters be Sham and Shiona. Manju avare heli Sive Nama Chakshusha.
Shive Nama Chakshusha.
Pasyata Pasivaya Tanuvo Pasprushata.
Tanuvopa
Sprushata
Shivaya Tanuvopa
Sprushata
Sprushata
Tvacham me.
Tvacham me
Sarva Unsala Saku Sarvagum Agnigum
Sarvagam Agnigam Sarvagam Agnigam
Rapsushado Huvevo Mayivacho.
Rapsashudo Huvevo Mayivarcho
Balamojo Nidhatta.
Balamojo Nidhatta.
So ಈ ಮಂತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ you see once more prayer and in another direction to Vapo Devatas. Chakshusha Pasyata Shivena. ಓ ಅಪೋ ದೇವತೆಗಳೇ, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಕರುಣದಿಂದ ಶಾಂತಿ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿ. ಶಿವಚಕ್ಷುಷ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಾಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೀಡೋ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಮೀ ಪೀಸ್. ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಅಸ್. Pasyata and Shivaya Tanuvo Pasprushata. So Shivaya means you have to touch our body with giving us rejuvenation and peace. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಮುಖಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ಮುಖ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. all sleep will disappear. So then with that water, Upasprusa. So Upasprusa means touch me. And Shivaya Tatvacham me. So me Tatvacham Tanuvaha Upasprusa. So when water touches you, you feel so calm and comfortable. And the entire water Sarvagum Agnigum Rapsushadaha. So Apsu Agni, all heat is comfortable in the waters. నీటిలో ఉన్న అగ్ని శాంతంగా ఉంటుంది. It is like the fire at the tip of the Anjaneya. Anjaneya Swami had his fire at the tip lit by the Rakshasas. Cool. He never felt that there is fire at his tip of the tail. So ಅಷ್ಟ ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿರೋ Agni, the water, the Agni who is in the water, he is always comfortable. So now you are clubbing water and Agni, mother and son, Ganesha and Gauri. So Gauri Ganesha. So water and Agni, ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಓ ಹುವೆ. ಓ means you. I am inviting you to my prayer hall. I am welcoming you to my prayer hall. So that, why do you invite me? Then the Agni Deva and waters, Mamma and Maga, both of them will put a question, why are you inviting me? Then immediately you have to put forth your desire. Mayi varcho balamojo nidhatta. Mahanubhava, ನೀನು ಇಬ್ರು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಚಸ್ಸು ಬಲವು ಓಜಃ. So the varchas means brilliance, balam is the strength, oja is the speed and vigor. So these three things are important for us to run our life every day until our last breath of life. So ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೂರು ಬೇಕು. What are the things that you want? You must want varcha, brilliance. Brilliance means healthy. See, our face will tell whether how we are like. Therefore, the varchas is there in the face. Brahma varchasvi bhuyasam. That is, everybody is having the varchas, but it should be of enhanced power. And balam, strength in all. See, sarvendriyeshu balam. All indriyas must have the stamina or balam in that. And again, we should not be dull or inactive. Ojaha. So ivribru say nidhatta. Nidhatta is a verb meaning bestow. So please bestow in me, because you are all that, but you are very much very much pleased, and you are very much supported by the divine forces, and therefore please, oh Apo Devatas, take care of me, bestow in me all health and glow and prosperity. I think we stop here. Probably you have to be retiring to the bed, but this is a wonderful time we have started on. So next class, I'll tell you whether it's Thursday or Friday, and I will tell Nandan. He will just post the link. I think with our Seshachalaya's permission, we can use the same Zoom link, so that it will become comfortable. And any contribution towards the meeting of this Zoom purchase, you can always take from a portion from Veda Adhyayana Kendra collection also, or you can do it. So I think for my extra class which are doing here, we'll use that Seshachalaya in future. What? Okay, Nandan and Seshachalaya. Now, Om Swasti Sahana Vavatu.
Om Swasti Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om